So let's talk about lead magnets. So you have a website, right? But you're not getting the traffic that you want from your website. You're not getting any interest. So what do? Well, you have to offer something to get people to visit your website, to give them your email addresses, because people don't go out and just share email addresses, right? Because they don't want to be spammed. So you need a lead magnet. Now, a lead mag can come in as various forms. We have PDF downloads, we have a little tip sheets maybe, we have a how-to guide, it could be video tutorial, anything that could be of value to your audience that you then give to them in exchange for their details. So for example, I created a lead magnet which is 90 content titles to use for small businesses for marketing purposes. So you can get this document which gives you 90 ideas on content to work with if I may have your name and email address. Now you've seen this everywhere, right? So what we then want to do is you need to then capture these email addresses. So this is now you having a direct relationship with a potential lead. Now you have to foster that relationship. So how we can do that is you can do that through social media. You can do that through email marketing, which is why we really want to capture the email so that we can start sending them more communication from our business. Now, if that is a monthly newsletter or every 2-week tip thing, whatever it may be, you have to start creating that relationship. Now, of course, keep in mind that if you are selling a very small value item like a cool drink for $1, you don't really need to build a strong, extensive relationship with an individual. You just need to market and make sure people like what you're marketing, right? But if you're going to if you're going to advertise a high priced item, whether it being coaching or software program that costs thousands of dollars, the higher the value, the more commitment you need to get from the customer when they want to buy, right? And therefore, the lead generation stage will be longer because honestly, most people don't go out today and say, oh, I've got $1 million in my pocket and I'm going to go and buy that house or whatever it may be. You know, there's a lot of consideration, a lot of things that they need to think about before they are convinced that they actually need to spend their valuable money on your product. Now, of course, this process of lead relationship is especially long when you are selling to another business. Various reasons. There's procurement procedures that need to be followed. There's generally more than one decision maker in the business. You have the person that makes the decision, I've got the person that signs off on the decision, you've got the person that starts with trying to get the solution to the problem that they have. So that becomes very complex. But what I want to come back to is once you've got that person's details, you're one step closer to building that relationship, and hopefully that will then convert. So it's all about then relationships, right? Now, of course, the big brands like Coca-Cola and Apple, you know, they are so big and people already are so in love with the brand, they don't really need a lot of convincing. But if you're a small business owner, you need to convince your lead why they need to come to you instead of the person next door or the next person or the next person. And therefore, it is important to build that relationship. So once you have that email, there's actually quite a few things that you can do with that email. Of course, remember that no matter where you are in the world, there is legislation that determines what you do with that email and how you got that email. So people need to give their consent to give you their email and that you can actually connect with them. So now let's move on. You've got the email, you've got their name. There's a few things that you can do here. One, as I mentioned before, you can start with that email marketing, sending them letters, other value, build that relationship, get that commitment, maybe get that person back on your website and things like that. Thinking about social media, if you have a list of potential customers and you want to market only to them, you can actually import that list into Facebook and ask Facebook to run specifically ads against that list. And then only the people that are on your list will receive your ad. Now, of course, this is paid ads in Facebook, but it's very powerful. So, for example, other way you can do it is you have existing list of customers. That's customers that has already bought from you. They trust the brand. They generally have specific characteristics. You can import that current database of customers into your Facebook marketing, and you can ask for Facebook to find you a copy or a duplicate or a lookalike audience that look exactly like your existing client base, and you can run ads to those people only. So what you could do now, we're talking about different levels and different strategies. Getting back to the customer list, you have existing customer base and you maybe want to offer them a new product. You know that they love your business. You know they're already buying from you. You can run ads to that existing list of customers and share with them your new products or features. And then similarly, you can duplicate that audience and create a whole set of new potential leads in Facebook advertising. So, having an existing database as well as potential database that you got through some form of lead magnet is very valuable in your marketing and your social media strategy. So think about it. What leads do you have in your business that is currently working for you and not working for you? Now, just by the way, many businesses don't have just one lead magnet, and many businesses have tried several forms until they found the one or the two or the three that really drives value or gets them the result that they want, which is the lead capture magnet. Well, the goal of the lead capture magnet is to capture leads, right? So that's the basis of it. So I want you to start thinking of, in your small business, what value in a document or in a guide or in whatever it may be type of form you want to deliver the content in, what value can you give to your clients that they will really use and will change for their contact details? So that's it. So think of that. And yes, if you're only starting now with lead generation in your business, you may have to test a few strategies before you find the one that works. But believe me, the moment that you hit that nail on the head, you will know which one you've got, and you can then change it, make it, add extra, see if it works, test it again. Unfortunately, this is marketing. You have to always keep testing and analyzing your numbers and data and see what works for your business, for your market and your industry. So I would like to know, what is your lead magnets? And if you don't have a lead magnet, I would like to hear from you too and ask you, why haven't you thought of lead magnets yet in your business?